Hey everybody, so today's video is about muting and partial muting, and I'll go into more detail a bit later about how to do that, when to use it, how to use it. So for most people, when they start playing the uke, their first intro to muting is when they start learning chucks or chucking or chunking. And that's when you use the palm of your strumming hand to mute as you play. Another way to mute, though, is to touch the string. Not put pressure, because if you put pressure, the notes come out. But if you just touch, lightly touch, it's muted. So that's muting. So for example, if you're playing and you want to just keep chords silent so you can get more of a percussive technique going, that's what that's for. Or if you're playing with somebody else, you might want to mute to let them have a chance of playing maybe a solo or their own part of a song. And then comes partial muting, and what I mean by that is muting only parts, only certain strings at a time. So for example, so for there, only the C string can be heard. Now it's C and E, then C, E, and G, and then all the strings. So what I'm doing there is I'm touching the G, E, and A string so that only the C can be heard. And then next I'm letting go of the E string, so now C and E both come out. And then I'm letting go of the C, E, and G strings while still touching the A string. And then finally, I'm playing the entire C chord. So that's another application if you just want to have certain notes come out. So I'm holding down, I'm fretting the third fret of the C of the E and A strings. And that's with me playing all the strings. But if I mute just these two by touching them, you only hear the C and G strings that way. So that's another application of partial muting. And a good example of how this can be useful in playing actual songs is, I'm going to take Hallelujah as an example. So here's Hallelujah. But I'm going to be very strum heavy with this cover. So what I'm doing is I'm partial muting, because normally the way the song goes, you go from a C chord to an A minor chord, then C to an A minor, and the melody is but if you want to play full chords and you want that G to come out and the melody, if you mute the A string by just touching it, I'm using my middle finger in this case, you're you're playing a C chord, but the G is still coming out on top. If you were to put pressure on the A string, like a full C chord, the G is still being played, but you're getting the C to come out instead. And you will hear that as the melody instead of just the G by itself. So that's another example of partial muting. And that's really about all I can say. The hard part is controlling your fingers to only mute the strings that you want it to mute. So that takes practice, but everything else does too. So quick video, something just I wanted to get out there, share with you guys. Hope it helps. Again, any questions, feedback, let me know. And any requests for future videos I can make, let me know too. Okay? Take care and keep practicing.